Oh, Pavlov's house. Can we get into the sky? It should still be Nimbus, right? This is just the lower level of the... Yeah. Authorized personnel only beyond this point. Stay clear of rocket exhaust and blimp rotors. Rockets fly by burning fuel to make loads and loads of hot expanding gas. Rocket fuels make hot gas when we combine them with another chemical called an oxidizer. There are two main types of rocket fuel, liquid and solid. Liquid fuels have to be kept extremely cold, negative 253 degrees Celsius in some cases. Oh, they could not do the degree symbol, I guess. Solid fuels don't have to be kept so cold, but must be combined with the oxidizer carefully so the rocket doesn't go off accidentally. When you add a spark to the solid rocket fuel, the rocket blasts off. Mission 0062. Why does 0062 feel like an important code or something? Oh, we're gonna be burnt toast when that meteoroid hits us. Burnt toast! Yuck, I hate burnt toast. Do something, won't you? Moody, don't rush me. I got this. Hopefully. Oh, pick nose.
Huh?
Yep, this is our version of NASA. It's where we put rockets together and get them ready for launch. Just click the button to pick a nose cone that is. Each one has a device in it that will tell you about the atmosphere. When you find one you like, hit the make it button and you'll be ready to blast off. You copy that? Roger, over. Houston, we have a problem. Temperature sensor. How hot does the atmosphere get? How cold? How wet is it in the sky? What is air made of anyway? Is there life up there? How much does the sky weigh? Nose cone X. Gift to Bill from the People's Republic of China. What? Wait. Well, now I need to know what the heck this is.
Huh?
After you've assembled a rocket, aim it, then hit the launch button to start the countdown and get ready for blastoff.
Cool.
Oh, sorry, I was just, Well, rockets are an excellent way to check out the atmosphere. See, the atmosphere is like a giant ocean of air that blankets the Earth. But from space, the atmosphere looks like a thin blue line. See, compared to the Earth, the atmosphere is thin, really thin. I mean, like covering a basketball with a piece of plastic wrap. See, thin. So, check it out. Use these and find out about the atmosphere. Use the rockets, not the basketball or the plastic wrap.
All right, let's aim. All right, we're ready for launch.
T-minus 10, 9.
Hey, do you know what the T stands for in T-minus?
6, 5.
Yeah, it stands for time, as in time minus. Isn't that cool?
Uh-oh. Now I lost my place. Where was I? T-minus 10, 9. What was it? 3, 2, 1. OG.
Oh, I see. They're fireworks. Hey, Chinese science rules. Fireworks dates back to the 3rd century BC, when Chinese scientists began experimenting with rockets. They used gunpowder as fuel. Gunpowder comes from charcoal, sulfur, and saltpeter all mixed together. They discovered this by accident, then they perfected it. They lit a fuse that would one day take us to the moon. Happy New Year, we're a little late for that. Lunch? I see. Alright, I wanted to try biosensor? Yeah, we're also a little early for Chinese New Year as well. There's lots of life in the atmosphere. Insects, birds, spiders, bats, flying fish, even squirrels. There's a flying party in the sky for crying out loud. There are lots of living things too, from pollen and seeds to tiny creatures called bacteria. These things are so tiny they can float on the wind for days, weeks, or months at a time. Higher up in the stratosphere, there's almost nothing alive and hardly any dust or water vapor. And way up in the atmosphere, there are no living things at all. Just the occasional astronaut or deadly meteoroid passing through. Okay, we'll come back to the rest of this later. Hang on. Beware of cat. Beware of cat?
You know, right now you remind me of driftwood. Nice to look at, but you're just kind of floating around, not doing much. It'd be great if you could be more like, say, a tiger shark and swim around, hunting for answers.
Oh my god, they need to stop pushing me. Beware of Schrödinger.
Huh?
It's the pressure chamber of science! You can use it to see what pressure does to different things. It's wild. Go ahead and drag something into the pressure chamber, close the door, then hit the buttons to increase or decrease the pressure inside. Have a blast! Oh, I don't mean to put any pressure on you here, but pressure's pretty powerful stuff, so be careful.
Cool.
Pressure is cool. Well, let's face it, we're all under pressure every day. Air pressure, that is. You can't see it, but air has pressure. And air pressure pushes in all directions all the time. There's 5 million billion kilograms. I said 5 million billion kilograms of air. About 900 kilograms of air are pressing down on you, me, and all of us right now. It's about the weight of a car pushing down on our heads. We don't feel it because it's pushing in all directions at once. Besides, we were born here. We're used to it. Impressive, huh?
I see cat.
Well, I see you've met Schrödinger, the lab cat of science. What's the deal? Don't you like cats? Or are you just trying to put the ow in meow?
I wasn't trying to put the cat in the pressure thing. I was just poking him.
Huh?
Finally, some peace and quiet. Things were getting noisy around here. Anyway, as you can see, the radio is still on, but we can't hear it. Did you hear me? It's on, but we can't hear it. Isn't that cool? It's because you made the pressure so low, you removed almost all the air in the chamber. You made a vacuum. A vacuum is a place where there's no air, no water, no nothing. And that means no pressure. Since sound waves move through molecules like the ones in air, water, or something solid, when there's no air in the chamber, there's no sound.
Oh,
Huh?
Wow! Is that a cup for munchkins? Oh, you did that with the pressure chamber. Cool. The styrofoam cup is made of plastic filled with tiny air bubbles. When you increase the pressure, it smushed those air bubbles and shrank the cup. Pressure pushes in all directions at once, so it shrank the cup without changing its shape very much. Do you know any thirsty munchkins?
what is this? A cup for ants?
Huh?
You raised the pressure and the balloon got smaller. The air in the balloon got smushed together until the air pressure inside the balloon was the same as the air pressure in the chamber. They're perfect for really small parties. Whoa, it's a poppin' pressure party! You lowered the pressure and the balloon got bigger until it popped! The balloon has less pressure inside, and the air can expand. It presses on the balloon from the inside and stretches it out until it popped. Cool. So next time you're having a party with balloons, think pressure.
It's probably just someone just like throwing around those balloons in the back.
Huh?
Tea, anyone? When you lowered the pressure, the water, which was at room temperature, started to boil. But the water didn't get that hot. Wild. Air in the room presses down on the water. That pressure keeps most of the water molecules from evaporating, turning into vapor. But here, the pressure above the water molecules is low. So water molecules can escape from the liquid easily. The water boils without getting hot. This is almost iced tea.
Huh?
That's a high-pressure situation. When you raise the pressure in the pressure chamber, the altimeter acts like it's underwater. On the surface of the Earth, the atmosphere presses down on us with a lot of pressure. But if you move closer to the center of the Earth, there's even more stuff, more air or water or land above you, pushing down. So as you get closer to the center of the Earth, the pressure gets higher and higher. Just think of it this way. Deeper and deeper means higher and higher. Pressure.
All right, that's quite enough pressure.
Oh, hey, what's shaking? I was just borrowing some hardware from the old Morph Master here. Might help me hack into Max. Yep, this baby ought to do it. Go ahead and shift the geologic gear and make this puppy rumble.
Huh?
Yep, the MorphMaster 5000 can model the Earth's geologic processes. That is, show the changes the planet goes through as it grows. Of course, this baby does it much faster than the Earth. Check out the controls. There's a monitor with photos of real-world geological sites, a keypad, a gear shift, and of course, the button that gets me going, the Go button. You can select a real site and see what forces shaped it. Just choose a photo, enter the correct code numbers, then press the Go button. Or you can just shift the gears and watch the MorphMaster morph.
Cool.
The Earth's crust is cool, which is good, because if it were hot, like the inside of the Earth, we'd all be walking around like this. I'm kidding. Anyway, the Earth's crust is broken up into huge slabs we call plates. Now, the plates move because of convection beneath the Earth's surface. That's when hot blobs of rock get pushed up, and they push the tectonic plates around. Check it out!
Alright, so... Oh, I see. Spreading center, subduction, lateral fault, collision. Alright, let's check subduction.
Cool.
In some places, one of the Earth's plates will push down underneath another plate. The plate that goes under gets heated up. Then it becomes hot, even melted rock, which can push to the surface to make volcanoes, geysers, or my favorite, hot springs.
I wanted to poke this, but it won't let me. Which one is it? Find a sleeping dog with a churning stomach. When it shakes, it's awake. When it barks, you bake. If a volcano erupts near you, you could bake, but what about the dog? What about the dog? A sleeping dog with a churning stomach. Now I've been thinking about your riddle. A sleeping dog with a churning stomach. Well, the only dog around here is Pavlov, the dog of science, and he does like to eat. That doesn't help, Bill. Spreading center.
Cool.
The Earth's plates are constantly moving at about the same rate as your fingernails grow. Sometimes these plates spread apart. We call that a spreading center. As the plates spread apart, hot rock from inside the Earth wells up at these underwater joints to make new crust. If the spreading plates are above ground, they can form huge valleys, like the Great Rift Valley in Africa. If spreading plates are underwater, then along with tons of hot crust welling up, huge amounts of chemicals and bacteria end up on the Earth's crust, and those can act as nutrients to living things. There you go, lateral fault.
Cool.
Sometimes two of the Earth's plates slide along each other. But you can't blame me, because it's not my fault. No, it's an Earth's fault. Aha!
We get it, Bill.
It's wild. Pieces of the planet are actually moving against each other. causing waves of energy to move right through the ground.
I don't think we had any riddles about, like, earthquakes. Yeah. Collision.
Cool.
Just like when you're washing dishes, sometimes the Earth's plates push against each other, but instead of breaking, these plates crumble up, creating mountain ranges. And that's cool. I'm glad I don't have to wash the Earth's plates. Highway Bridge, Costa Rica, 882946. Okay, that was an earthquake.
Cool.
Sometimes two of the Earth's plates.
That's the same thing.
Cool.
The Earth's crust is...
Oh, the San Andreas Fault.
Cool.
Not St. Helen. Mid-Atlantic Ridge, San Francisco, Mount Rainier, Matterhorn. Alright. Okay, anything else?
Hey, what's shaking? If you want to really find out, the tectonics lab is the place. Here you can measure earthquakes with the seismograph and push the Earth's crust around with the Morph Master 5000. Then there's the fault finder. Yep, this puppy will get you in touch with seismic stations from around the world, where you can get data to pinpoint a quake. The tectonics lab shakes!
Nope. Got more.
Huh?
The fault finder will help you locate any earthquakes throughout the entire world! Or you can look at Great Quakes Through History! Or try to locate a new quake. All you have to do is get seismic data, then pinpoint the epicenter using circles. Or you can make a milkshake! How did that button get there?
This sounds like a pretty good button.
Cool.
Yo, dude, what's shaking? Oh, hi. Sooner or later, the Earth will be. It's always moving and shaking. When two of the Earth's plates move or crack, the vibrations they make move out from the center of the motion, known as the epicenter, and travel through the Earth, shaking things up. The fault finder is linked to other laboratories around the world, all recording the same earthquake from a different point on the Earth. When we put the information together, we can get an idea of where the earthquake happened, and a picture of what the inside of the Earth looks like. I'll tell you this, it's always shaking. Dude.
Yes, that is exactly what we Californians sound like.
Banana smoothie.
Oh, banana smoothie.
Huh?
Most earthquakes happen very close to where two of the Earth's crustal plates meet. See all those dots? Each one is an epicenter of a major earthquake that happened sometime in history. Most of them are located near where two of the Earth's plates bump into each other. This ring of plate edges here is called the Ring of Fire. Lots of volcanoes and earthquakes happen along its edge. So if you live on or around here, you've got a ringside seat.
We sure do, don't we? Prince William Sound, Alaska. The epicenter of this earthquake was located under the cold water of Prince William Sound, but caused major damage in Anchorage, Alaska. 131 people were killed, and the damage totaled $235 million. The land along the shore was elevated up to 10 meters in some places and lowered down to 2 meters in others. A tsunami created by this earthquake eventually reached Crescent City, California, killing even more people. This is just grim to read. Several landslides destroyed most of the buildings in the city. The control tower at the airport fell on its side. The magnitude of this earthquake, which occurred on Good Friday, March 27, 1960s, 1964, was 8.4. Yikes. 200,000 square miles of earth had been changed as a result of this quake. The shaking caused the soil to temporarily change from a solid to a liquid. This effect is called liquefaction. The San Francisco one. On April 18, 1906, a gigantic earthquake rocked San Francisco. This quake was estimated at 8.3 on the Richter scale. The Valencia Street Hotel sank into the earth, putting the fourth floor at ground level. After the ground stopped shaking, a huge fire broke out in the city. Unfortunately, the earthquake had ruptured all of the water pipes, and the fire raged for days. In the end, more than 3,000 people died from the earthquake or fire, and 28,000 buildings were destroyed. Yeah. Only 62 people died as a result of this major earthquake, which hit the San Francisco Bay Area on October 7, 1989. But the repair bill totaled $6 billion. The earthquake originated 56 miles to the south of San Francisco in the Santa Cruz Mountains. 30 feet, 9 meters of San Francisco's Bay Bridge collapsed, crushing cars. 60,000 people were inside Candlestick Park watching the third game of the World Series when the quake struck. Old buildings in Santa Cruz were destroyed, leaving several thousand people without homes. The Marina district of San Francisco was ravaged by a fire caused by a broken gas main. More than 40 people died in their cars on the Cypress Viaduct portion of the Interstate 8080. The shocks traveled through the pavement like waves through water, leaving behind crumbled concrete. Damage at Stanford University totaled $165 million. Whew. There's one in Montana. A serene camping ground became a scene of disaster when an earthquake hit near Hebgen Lake, Montana, on August 17, 1959. A piece of mountain range 200 feet long, 1,300 feet wide, and 200 to 400 feet thick fell off a nearby mountain range and crashed into a river. Water from the river was pushed along, causing a flood which lifted and carried motorhomes and their campers. Hurricane-force winds pushed cars end over end and blew people around like dry leaves. The epicenter of the 7.8 quake was somewhere near the edge of Yellowstone National Park. After the earthquake, Old Faithful became less faithful, and a new geyser was formed, appropriately named Earthquake Geyser. Yeah, appropriately named. Oh my god, Satch, that's terrifying. Mexico City. The epicenter of this devastating earthquake, 8.1 on the Richter scale, was off the coast of Guerrero, Mexico, 400 kilometers from Mexico City. It was on September 19th, 1985, when the Cocos Plate moved further underneath the American Plate and shattered. Strangely, essentially no damage was inflicted on towns directly above the quake's epicenter. Only a minor quake was felt by people living in the outskirts of town. Meanwhile, in the city, a 14-story high building snapped off at the third floor. Hundreds of modern skyscrapers, which had been built on an ancient lake bed, were destroyed. Approximately 10,000 people died as a result of this quake. Jesus Christ. Okay, I think that's enough of looking at this. We'll come back later if we want to read more about those kinds of disasters.
Konnichiwa. There have been no earthquakes recorded here in the past 2 hours.
I don't think she's actually Japanese.
mate of science. Here in Auckland, we haven't seen any earthquakes in the past few hours.
I don't think he's New Zealander either.
Oh, hi. How's it going, babe? No major earthquakes recorded here in the past few hours. Can you believe it? Oh, my sushi is here. Gotta go.
What? That was... He didn't even try to sound like stereotypically Californian.
Buenos dias. We are sorry. We have not registered any earthquakes of any significance in the past few hours.
I'm crying. Oh, okay.
Huh?
When an earthquake happens, it sends vibrations out through the Earth. The earthquake vibrations move in waves. The seismograph can sense these vibrations, and that jiggles a pen which records the wave on the paper. That's the sign of an earthquake passing by. After a quake happens, you can use the sliding bars to measure how far away it was. If you think that's cool, press the cool button and I'll tell you how.
Cool.
Earthquakes shake! They prove that the Earth's surface is always changing. When an earthquake happens, it releases a huge amount of energy. No, a tremendously huge amount of energy. Now, this energy moves out from the earthquake in two different kinds of waves. First, there are primary waves, or pressure waves, called P waves. They get here first. They look like this. Then there are secondary, or shear waves, called S waves, which take a little longer to show up. They look like this. Since they both come from the same spot, we can tell how far away the quake was by measuring the gap between the waves. It doesn't tell you where it happened, just how far away. It's like counting the seconds between a lightning strike and the sound of its thunder. The seismograph can barely measure this one. It's the Bill wave.
Alright, obviously, we haven't had an earthquake yet. So... The Earth has four main layers. There's the hard outer crust, what we walk on, the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. The temperature of the inner core is about 4,000 Celsius, 7,200 degrees Fahrenheit. But because the rest of the Earth is pressing in on it, the core is not molten like hot cheese, it is solid as a cannonball. Oh, the fossil lab. Yay.
Huh?
The fossil lab is where we assemble all of our, well, fossils. Duh. I mean, we can find out what ancient animals looked like by putting their bones back together. It's cool. If you see any loose bones on the floor, those are not leftover snacks from Pavlov, the dog of science. No, those are fossils. And you can put them together, then use the fossil scanner to identify them. Which reminds me of a little song. The foot bone's connected to the leg bone. The leg bone's connected to the hip bone. The hip bone's connected to the...
Bill, no singing in the lab, okay?
Just, boning up on an old song. Get it, boning up on a song?
Cool.
Fossils are cool because they take millions of years to form. Usually after a plant or animal dies, its body will break down completely and become part of the soil on the earth. But once in a while, when a plant or animal dies, it gets covered quickly with sand or soil or water. Then slowly, the tiny spaces in the bone or wood get replaced by different bits of minerals, and it ends up as a fossil. Now this process takes a long, long time. It's called permineralization. Permineralization can be pretty minerally. It can be pretty permanent. Ha! Permineralization.
Bone? Also, sometimes fossils can be used as replacements for a leg bone. Do not actually use it, for the love of God. Name Elasmosaur, period Jurassic year. Period Jurassic year animal lived 140 to 210 million years ago. Fucking dino DNA. Did you know that this long-necked creature had nothing to do with elastic, nor did it ever wear necklaces? I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, but you know something? I think I like it. What does that mean? Sarusuchus, period Cretaceous. The animal lived 140 to 65 million years ago. Other details. This large, heavily built meat eater had rows of bony armor on its back. Probable length 15 meters. Favorite quote, scratch my back, I'll hurt your fingers. Favorite movie, none. Dinosaurs didn't have movies. Antique's recipe for fixing 9 fine fossils. 1 dead organism. 2 bury it in sand or mud. 3 add water. 4 wait for tissues to rot, leaving only hard bones behind. Sometimes this can take thousands, even millions of years, so be patient. 5 replace molecules of bone with minerals from the land. 6 voila! Now what was once bone is a rock. Bon appetit. Do not eat fossils. Name Velociraptor, period Upper Cretaceous. Year animal lived 100 to 65 million years ago. Velociraptors were only 3 feet tall. They were known as the speedy thief and feasted on meat, so you better be quick. Isn't it thought of more now that they weren't as like, or maybe I'm thinking of a different dinosaur, or weren't as quick, but Pteranodon, Upper Cretaceous, lived 100 to 65 million years ago. Probable fish eater. The pteranodon's wings stretched out more than 10 meters from tip to tip, longer than a small airplane. It probably used its wings to glide out far over the water and to hunt for seafood. The pteranodon was terrifying. I wonder if it'll let me use him. Yeah, some dinosaurs lived by the water and ate fish. Now they're fossils, but where can we find one? Max won't accept pictures. I see.
Huh?
Just click on a bone from the pit, drag it into position, and put the animal together. It's a bone puzzle. You can put something wild together, like a dinosaur, or an alligator, or a chicken? Well, probably. Sam's leftover lunch, I guess. To identify a fossil, just drag in the fossil scanner. Well, bon appetit!
We already made that joke. Okay, let's put this bad boy together. I think like this. And we got the leggies. And then we got the hams.
Huh?
Use the fossil scanner to help you figure out what you got. It's easy. Just move the slider bar next to the left screen, then settle on a creature you think resembles yours. Then you hit the X-ray switch to see its skeleton. If you think it matches, hit the big red button. It's easy. It's fun. And as my boss would say, it's science!
Okay. Got a little fishy. I think this guy. Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Terrific
job on the T-Rex. In fact, it's such a bountiful display that we're gonna put it out where everyone can see it. You know, hey, you are not only a great fossil builder, but you are a wonderful audience. Thank you. Earthquake! Run! Down to the tectonics bay and see if you can locate where that quake happened. I'll go find Bill. Oh, don't worry about those bones. I'm sure that Pavlov, the dog of science, will be able to take care of them.
Oh, God. More bad news.
As if news of meteoroid impending doom wasn't enough, we obviously have just had an earthquake. Let's check in with reporter Corinne Kawabe. Corinne?
Chet, initial reports indicate a magnitude of 5.5 with an epicenter in a remote part of the North Cascade Mountains. I'll have more information as it comes in. Back to you, Chet. Chet? Are you there? Chet!
I was, checking the underside of the desk, and I thought I left some gum there.
Why does Corinne Kawabe, why does she look like Kevin's mom from Home Alone? Like, am I crazy about thinking that? Like, she has the exact same... Oh, hi, buddy. Yeah? You got that bone? Good job, buddy. Okay, we gotta go over here. So the S-waves start here. And the P-waves, whoops. Wait.
Good job. Yeah, that quake happened about 250 kilometers away from the lab, somewhere on that circle. Now, to figure out which direction those waves came from, fire up the old fault finder and call some of the other seismic labs around the world. We'll be talking later. Yeah, now, the jawbone is connected to the what bone?
Wait, she literally passed away today? Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that's such a shame.
Listen, babe, we just felt an earthquake. What else is new? Our seismographs indicate it was about 2,298 kilometers away. Whoops, that's my cell phone. Gotta go, babe. Ciao.
Buenos dias. Our seismographs are telling us there was recently an earthquake 10,301 kilometers from here.
G'day, mate. Auckland here, with a report of an earthquake. Sensors show it was approximately 11,449 kilometers away.
Oh, she was Sally in Nightmare Before Christmas? I also didn't realize that. Alright, conquaculations. You figured out where the epicenter was, right where the three circles cross. I'm going to head out to that area and see if I can find anything that can help us with these riddles. Why don't you see if you can figure out one of the other riddles? Oh, that's right. This does eventually connect to something we need for the riddle, I think, so... Oh, I guess we can't go back. And we don't get another fossil today, I guess. That's the ocean comm center. Is that what we want? Hang on. Please, when using lab equipment, always wear safety goggles. Oh, here's the microlab. And also, here's the bathroom.
Okay, just a minute.
What is going on in there?
Okay, I'm on my way.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay.
Hey there. I just brought back some samples I took while up in the sky Nye. I haven't had time to identify them yet, and I've got work to do. Use your peepers to take a look-see. You might start by looking through the drawers to see if anything matches the samples I brought back. Bye-bye.
Yo, Bubba. Alright. How do we use this? Milkweed bug. Wait. Wood tick. These look more like, is this like plant stuff? Goldenrod pollen. That was like the other one. Tiger lily pollen. Fossil pollen. Ancient conifer tree. Goldenrod leaf. Fungus spores. Spores are special cells formed by mushrooms and other fungi in order to reproduce. These spores are very tough and light and can float through the air at a resting state until they reach a place where conditions are right to start growing again. That might be it. Wait, let me check. Oh, actually, not that one. Not that. Which one was it? This one. Bring me something that lives on Earth and blows up in the sky where it never eats and doesn't die.
Whoa, you're doing some thinking that's pretty big about a piece that's pretty small of this puzzle that's huge. Hold it, small, huge, wait, never mind about me. You better submit that answer to Max right away.
Okay. So this is the answer to 3.
I am blown away. You are more than a match for my riddle. Or was it just a lucky guess? Try another. Airhead. 2 riddles down. 5 to go. You've shifted the odds, a surprise I admire, though you're not exactly out of the fire.
Oh, we're going ahead. I think every 2 riddles we move a day ahead.
Good evening, and welcome to Bad News Tonight. I'm Chet Brinko. With just 4 days to go before meteoroid impending doom crashes into the planet, let's pause and reflect for a moment. Now, let's take a look at the progress the team at Nye Labs has made.
Things are looking better. Nye Labs has solved 2 riddles, with 5 to go.
Okay, tomorrow's weather is expected to be hot and sunny, with some fog and an occasional thunderstorm. That's it for Bad News Tonight. I'm Chet Brinkow.
Okay, it's still technically day 1. Let me save my game. 2 riddles down. Oh no, okay, we're at day 2 now. We're gonna have to keep an eye on the weather, I believe. We can take a look at some of this other stuff later. I am a little curious, but again, we are on a time limit a little bit. Diphtheria! Pneumonia! What are you doing with pneumonia samples? Just virus. A flu virus. Shelled amoeba. Oh, dust. Toilet paper. Velcro. Hair. Okay, well let's leave. Electron microscopes are more powerful than your run-of-the-mill light microscopes. A regular light microscope uses light bulbs and lenses to bounce light off of a sample of something we want to see up close. An electron microscope uses lenses too, but instead of light, it uses a beam of charged particles called electrons to bounce off a sample. Electrons can detect smaller things than a beam of light, so an electron microscope helps us enlarge things that a light microscope cannot see. Electron microscopes can magnify things more than 1 million times, which is like enlarging your thumbnail to the size of a small country. The microscope is one of the most important tools in all of science. People use them to study all kinds of small things: bacteria, blood cells, crystals, algae, protozoa, and much more. Most microscopes have 2 lenses, each of which magnifies what you look at, but a microscope could just have 1 lens. A magnifying glass is a kind of microscope. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid, the chemical that makes up chromosomes in all cells. 4 smaller chemicals link together to form the DNA's double helix, twisted ladder shape. DNA provides instructions to make and control all cells, including all the cells that make up you. There's over 400,000 different kinds of beetles, and we're not talking Volkswagens. The smallest beetles are smaller than some single-celled animals, while the heaviest ones can weigh up to 100 grams. That's about a quarter pound. Damn, not bad for an insect. The rhinoceros beetle is the strongest animal in the world. It can lift 850 times its own weight. That's equivalent to you lifting up 60 Volkswagen beetles. Now that is way cool. Fignugan? The beetle. Oh hey, Tyrannosaurus Rex, assembled by Peachy. Name: Tyrannosaurus Rex, T-Rex, period Upper Cretaceous, year animal lived 100 to 65 million years ago. T-Rex stood around 6 meters tall and had large, sharp teeth. This indicates that T-Rex probably ate meat, live meat. And this will take us upstairs. Yet another Newton's cradle. Oh, he's not around. Okay, I wanted to go back to fossils. Oh! I see. Is that a satellite? What is that? Scientist crossing.
Hey, what's shaking? If you want to really find out, the Tectonics Lab is the place. Here you can measure earthquakes with the seismograph and push the Earth's crust around with the Morph Master 5000. Then there's the fault finder. Yep, this puppy will get you in touch with seismic stations from around the world, where you can get data to pinpoint a quake. The Tectonics Lab shakes!
Why did you play that again? Let's see. Yeah, let me go to the fossil lab. We haven't checked out the... Actually, I need to go check that out too. Let's go do this first. Oh, that dolphin has seen things. Buoy oh buoy. These are special buoys called transponders that are attached to a heavy anchor by a 100-meter line, so they float underwater, not on the surface. Inside each transponder buoy is a microphone and a speaker. If you're in a submarine and need to know your location, you can send out a special sound. The buoy's microphone picks up the noise and sends out a response to the sub. There are enough transponders in the world's oceans, each with its own sound, so sub-captains can figure out exactly where they are in the water. Up until about 50 years ago, people who wanted to breathe underwater had to wear a suit filled up with air. A metal helmet like this was used in the 1800s to protect a diver's head from the great water pressures found deep in the ocean. The helmet had to be connected to a boat on the surface by air hoses so the diver could breathe. Nowadays, people use scuba equipment to carry all the air they need with them while they dive underwater. My dad used to scuba. The floor of the ocean has just as many mountains and valleys as the land above water does. Take a trip beneath the sea and you'll find huge flat plains, trenches 10 times deeper than the Grand Canyon, towering volcanoes, and the world's longest mountain range. There's a lot to see under the sea.